Just got my hair cut, and I just got a new plasma cutter. Check this little unit out. This is the Art Captain Cut 50. It's a tiny little machine. Look at that, it's freaking minuscule. It weighs like nothing. I don't know how this thing's even gonna be able to cut metal, but apparently it cuts up to 3/4 inch steel, which is unreal. So we'll see how that does. I'm gonna try and do just like an honest review, kind of like how I did with the MiG 200. I still have a lot more testing that I wanna do on this machine. I did a little bit of welding with it the other day, which I posted another video of, so check that one out too, if you're interested in the MiG. I do wanna try the spool gun on that. I haven't got it yet, but I would like to do some aluminum work. I do like doing spool gun. I built this whole box basically with a spool gun. There's a little bit of TIG work, like that was TIG. And then the headache rack was all TIG welded, but for the most part, like the main structure underneath and whatnot, that was all spool gun. So I like doing it for like the, you know, when you want to be quicker than TIG, because TIG takes a lot more time. But yeah, like that would have been TIG, and then that spool gun. So it definitely has its place when you're trying to, you know, get shit done. So I'm stoked to try that out. And we're gonna try and make some cuts with the little Cut 50. It comes with a nice long torch, probably about 10 feet. Really nice for getting around the shop and not having to wheel this around everywhere. I think my first cut I'm gonna try and do is just right down the box side here. See how that does? Maybe we'll do another one right here. Across the letters. That's only 3/16 aluminum, so it should bark right through that, no problem. So yeah, stay tuned for how this goes. This thing was like 200 bucks Canadian. So, I don't know. Very cheap, very light. I don't expect it's gonna last all that long, but you never know. We don't know these things till we try, until we use them for a long time. So, I'm gonna put these babies through their paces, and we'll see how they actually do. As far as getting this thing set up, I do need to rig up an airline. So it actually comes with this nice little regulator that's kind of shrouded around the machine, which I like. So you can set it there and then it's not getting bumped. So that's cool. It didn't come with a quick connect fitting, just that barbed fitting and then a length of hose. So I'm gonna have to go grab a Foster fitting and then get it to hook up to that hose. And then we can I'm probably just gonna drill a little hole through the back of this, and then we can have a bit of a whip that comes off that I can plug into. Because when this sits all the way back in the cart, it's basically tight back there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So that's no good. So I'll just have to drill a hole there and then have that go through. But yeah, other than that, the machine looks decent. Very small, like I said before. The ground clamp, subpar at best, honestly. Like that's thin. And I'm not sure how it's terminated. It looks like just a little nut in there, but yeah, so we'll see how long that lasts. So yeah, I'm stoked to fire it up and try and chew through some metal here. Got everything I need here to basically get this party started. Minus probably some beers, but it's only Tuesday, so we won't get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I'm excited to try this little thing out. I'm planning to just, there's a fitting back there. So I just need to connect this piece of hose, and we're just gonna make a little hose whip. I got this 1/4 NPT to, I think it's a 5/16 barb, and then my nice high flow fitting. Mark where that fitting is, and I can get an idea of where I need to cut a hole. There we go. We're all hosed up. Okay, I'm pretty much set up here and ready to go, but my first complaint is that this ground clamp is freaking tiny. Like it barely opens up. That's probably 5/8, 3/4 of an inch. So that kind of sucks. Just to compare it to the MIG welder, which honestly isn't much bigger, but you know, it's enough. So yeah, I just turned this thing on. You probably just heard the fan cycle through there. There's really not much to it as far as the settings go. So yeah, just looking at the screen here, we've got our amps. 20 is the minimum, all the way up to 50. You've got a 2T mode, and then let's see, how do we change that? So then you can go to 4T, which basically just means if you pull the trigger, it's gonna stay running until you push the trigger again. So that's 4T. I'm just gonna run it in 2T, so you have to hold the trigger to keep it going. You can see we're on 220 volt power right now. Let's see what this does, preferences. Post gas, 10 seconds. You can go all the way up to 15, down to 5. We'll just leave it at 10. And that's it. So we've got post gas, current, 2T, 4T. That's all there is to it, simple. So I think I'm gonna try cutting through some 1/8" steel. I'm gonna try it out at 35 amps. And then let's go like 60 PSI. Bump that up a bit. There's right around 60. Let's give this thing a go. Actually cuts pretty good. Made a nice little present for the old lady. Huh. Cool. It's an elephant. Yeah. I might set up a little fence and then see if I can do a nice straight cut. See how that works. Yeah, I left the settings the same, and I'm just gonna see how it does running along this edge here. I mean, yeah, it cuts metal, so. That seems to work pretty well. Let's just see how the cut quality is. It's fairly straight. Quite a bit of slag on the bottom. Let's see if I can knock that off. Okay. So that was 40 amps, 60 PSI, and it ripped through that 1/4 inch plate like nothing. So that's pretty freaking sweet, actually. Don't mind that at all. I don't have any 3/4 inch plate in the shop right now to cut, or else I would, but they say it goes up to 3/4, so maybe at 50 amps and a bit more pressure it would, but like I say, I don't have any, so I don't know. Anyways, I'd say it's pretty good. It's a good little machine. Like I said, my only complaints really are the ground clamp. Doesn't open very far. Other than that, like it feels like it's very cheaply built, and I mean it is cheap, so that's kind of to be expected. One thing I do like is that the torch whip is actually nice and long, so that's cool. Don't know how long these consumables are gonna last. This isn't a pilot arc machine, so you do have to be super close, if not touching the material. So that's a bit of a downfall. But like, it's 200 bucks and it gets you cutting metal, so I don't know, man. It's pretty good. Sure beats an angle grinder if you're trying to do internal shapes and that kind of thing. So, yeah. For me, I gave it a thumbs up. Okay, well, it cuts metal. Key points and takeaways. The setup is easy. It's fuck all, really. You find a fitting that works and you plug it into the hose barb in the back. Simple. Plug it into 220 power, you're good to go. It's got an adapter for 110 and it'll run up to 30 amps off that. So that's cool. Regulators back here, nice and protected. I like that. Power button's protected in the back too, so you're not hitting it on and off by accident. It's got a nice long cord for the torch, so that's pretty sweet for when you're ripping around the shop. You don't have to drag this whole setup around with you. One thing I don't like is this ground clamp. Doesn't open very wide. That's kind of junk, but whatever. I think it's gonna be a good little machine. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have one, if you've got any tips, tricks using it, where you're getting your consumables and all that type of shit. Let me know. There's gonna be lots more cutting to do. Hopefully not on this truck again. I actually cut the roof completely off this truck at one point. Not with a plasma cutter, with an angle grinder. Probably could have used it then, but didn't have one. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. See you later.